Hey everybody, welcome to America's Heroes. I'm Josh and that's Earl.
How's everyone?
So we had to push our special video back a week just because of purposes. We're not telling you. But with Captain America Civil War starting off Marvel's Phase 3 next week, we are going to be talking about, or at least Earl is going to be telling us what movies he thinks Marvel could produce in Phase 4, which they should be announcing that sometime within the next year and a half.
Yeah, because Infinity War is coming up pretty soon. 2018 and 2019 is just right around the corner.
Yeah, and they usually give their directors at least a year or two to produce the movie and direct it and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, Earl, what movies do you think Marvel can or should bring into Phase 4?
I think we'll start seeing a lot more galactic type stuff because of Infinity War.
Okay.
In the comics, Adam Warlock was a huge part of the Infinity Gauntlet, Infinity War, and Infinity Crusade. So I think we'll see a full-fledged Adam Warlock movie. Maybe he's held captive in the Soul Gem.
That'd be interesting.
And with the merging of all of them for the Infinity Gauntlet, maybe he'll be released.
That could be cool because I haven't heard anything of Adam Warlock being introduced into Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Right.
I do know, however, that Nathan Fillion has been confirmed for Wonder Man in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. That has been confirmed.
And I could see that being another movie that they could do, a Wonder Man standalone, but he'd have to be introduced for a while.
Yeah.
I think with the Warlock movie, they could probably get away with it, but maybe only after maybe a year after the Infinity War, they'll have to do a lot more with it.
Mm-hmm.
I know a few weeks ago we talked about Venom not having a movie, mainly because Sony and maybe them doing a Venom movie before Spider-Man. Well, now that Marvel and Sony are pretty much teamed up, and the Spider-Man movie will be coming out sooner than later,
Yeah.
I think Venom could be introduced pretty easily as almost kind of an anti-hero.
Ooh, interesting. What kind of Venom would we see?
It would have to be a cross between the Eddie Brock and the Flash Thompson. I think visually, it would have to look like he's more tactical.
Okay.
But he could be the guy fighting that urge to just do a lot of killing.
Interesting. Venom who wants to rebel against the symbiote.
Right, because it's just not in the character's nature to just flat out, straight out kill.
Yeah.
Originally, the character just had a hatred of Spider-Man. And if he would have killed off Spider-Man,
Then what would his purpose be?
what would his purpose be?
Yeah.
So,
Cool. Interesting.
I was just a little upset about some stuff. There's a lot of rumors about what they're going to do with Hulk at the end of Avengers Age of Ultron.
Mm-hmm.
We had heard he was flying one of the Quinjets and just basically crashed into an ocean.
Yep, and disappeared.
So we don't know where Hulk is, and there's rumor that that pretty soon you could see a She-Hulk.
That would be interesting.
I'd really
cool.
like to see a She-Hulk, but I don't think it just depends. If they do away with the Hulk, we'll get a She-Hulk. But it just depends on how long it would take after Hulk.
Yeah, because we know we're getting Hulk in Thor Ragnarok.
Right.
So Thor and possibly Bruce Banner as well. So
Yes.
it will be interesting to see how they bring in She-Hulk. And
Yep.
if they just do away with Hulk and Bruce Banner, that'd be pretty interesting. Because she could possibly go into the Netflix universe as well, or next Netflix TV shows. Because
Sure.
she's a lawyer. She-Hulk is a lawyer
Right.
as well.
And all they need to do is set it up. I don't think they need to set it up where, she gets hit with a gamma bomb or anything like that. But I think the point where if they could do like a blood transfusion.
Because I thought that was the original...
In the comic, they did a blood transfusion. Jennifer got into an accident, so Bruce just, they were the same blood type, so he just did a blood transfusion on her. And she gained Hulk powers. So they'll have to do a little bit more with it.
Yeah.
I think the fans would expect a little bit more in this day and age. That was the 70s, late 70s, early 80s. And it was a pretty simplistic way of getting her to be the Hulk, She-Hulk. But now they'd have to complex it up.
Modernize it and whatnot.
Yeah, pretty much,
Maybe a Hulk, She-Hulk team up.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, I think.
It could be, like maybe she gets some of his blood and then gets hit by a different type of radiation and it mutates it to where she can change back and forth and keeps her intelligence.
Yeah.
So I can see that.
Yeah, I could too.
Next one, Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, the new one.
Yeah.
Marvel very badly needs something to attract the teenage female audience.
Yeah.
There's not much out there in movies right now that really is pulling them in. I mean, years ago it was things like High School Musical and all these other teen movies.
Yeah.
There's nothing like I understand. And but now I think they could really do it, especially with the history of the character Miss Marvel, with Carol Danvers, and I think the Captain Marvel movie coming out that's rumored will help get that along, and be able to bring in the Kamala Khan character. And the fact that, she is a minority will help out a lot. A minority female superhero,
Yes.
it will pull in a different audience.
And a Muslim as well.
Mhm.
It'll pull in a great, larger audience.
Yeah, I think that would be the next litmus test for Marvel on whether a movie will be a hit or not. It was Ant-Man, well, before it was Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yeah.
and that just blew the water out.
Oh.
Then there was Ant-Man, and it did well.
It really did.
And I think, Miss Marvel could really, really put the cap on a lot of things that Marvel wants to get done.
Yeah. Now, for me, I've just recently found out that about Miss Marvel, the Kamala Khan, and I don't really know too much of her character's villains. What are her villains?
They're all just mainly new characters.
New characters?
She's it's more things that kind of a teenage girl would deal with.
Or street level thugs and
yeah,
whatnot?
stuff like that.
Okay.
Not too much, giant galactic heroes.
Kind of like a Spider-Man Year One and
Right.
whatnot.
Like with Ant-Man, he dealt with other scientists who were
Yeah.
creating all that, technology. So I think it would draw in the female audience, the all-important female audience. It's a growing segment.
Yes, definitely. I think it could definitely work.
Oh yeah. Now the next one, another female character. It's going to get a little odd, but bear with me. Squirrel Girl.
Yes!
Hey, if Deadpool can work, Squirrel Girl could too.
Oh, yes.
And I would just say bring in a bunch of other characters, some cameos. Even if you have to CGI it in or whatever. Or just have them come in and do something really quick. CGI, a Spider-Man or somebody just flying over. Like, she could be on top of the roof of her apartment building, tanning. And all of a sudden Spider-Man flies by and you hear him whistle at her. Just something like that. But Squirrel Girl is one of these characters that in the comics has gone on to defeat Galactus.
And Doom as
And
well.
Doom. It's just a
And,
fun...
and
yeah.
Thanos, too.
Yep. It's just a fun, quirky character. She's also, let's say, at times a little fun to be around.
A little nutty, too.
Yeah, a little naughty. And, yeah, a little nutty. But, yeah, I think that's a character that could endear herself to a lot of fans.
Yeah, and some of my friends, and I do as well, think she's one of the most powerful lower tier comic book characters.
Yep, she's got some stank on her powers.
Yeah.
And now, lastly, you've probably seen some hints of this somewhere around in Guardians of the Galaxy. The last character, Nova, of the Nova Corps.
Let's do it.
Richard Rider,
Yep.
Nova. The Nova Corps actually have an Infinity Gem. They have an Infinity Gem at this time. I think they're going to try to harness that power to be able to create their police force, give them more powers.
Be smart.
It would be. And I think from that, they should have... They, don't have so many characters with the powers.
Yeah.
Just to have your police force. But send these guys who have the powers from the gym out into space. And I think that would be a great add-on for Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yes, it could be. Because, like with the Lantern Corps with their Alpha Squad, I don't really remember what the name is. The
Oh,
Alpha
yeah,
Corps.
they were Alpha.
Alpha Corps.
Yeah, the Alpha Corps.
So, just like with Lantern Corps, with their Alpha Corps, they can have Alpha Corps and Nova Corps
Yeah.
as well.
The Alpha Corps were pretty much judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah.
If a Green Lantern got out of line, it was over.
Yep. So, this is what we have. This is what you think Marvel is going to produce in their Phase 4?
Yep. I'm hoping, actually. A Better Ray Bill would be nice.
Yeah, better Ray Bill.
But, you know, you have to be introduced somewhere.
Yeah, Thor 3, Ragnarok.
Hopefully.
Let's do it, Marvel.
Yeah, at least there's no Jane Foster, like we said before.
Yeah, let's keep her out of Thor. Let's keep her out of Marvel
Yes.
forever now. Give Thor a new love interest. Give him Sif.
Exactly. Till Bill comes along and takes her.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for sticking around this episode of America's Heroes. I'm Josh, that's Earl, and we will be doing our special video next week. Stay tuned, it's going to be a good one. Till next time, bye.
Take care.